Hello, hello. I'm Christy Darby. If we haven't met, welcome. Hello. And if you've been here for a while, I appreciate you and I'm so glad that you're here. This is an impromptu fun live that I just decided a couple of hours ago. I texted Jenny, my assistant, who some of you know because she's on here with me a lot. And I said, hey, what if we went live tonight? She's like, yes, let's do it. So she's behind the scenes and she's going to answer any questions if anybody has questions. But anyway, I am here to show you, and we sent a text out too, by the way, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But if you got the text, tell me in the comments, got the text. But basically, we are changing up my texting system. And so you will get a text depending on the topic that we're doing. And so if you want to be reminded about Devos and Doodles on Monday, you need to text, and Jeannie will put it on the screen, Devos. Now, if you can't come, we always do it at noon on Mondays, Central. If you can't come, you'll still, hi, Mary Stevens. You'll still get the text and then you can watch it later. It's a good reminder to have. So if you didn't type in Devos, I sent a text out last week or this week and said, hey, let me know if you want to stay on my list, because, and there's a few people who didn't read what it said because there's a picture and the picture said what to do. And some people didn't do that and they just didn't reply, or anyway, let me just show you. But I want to make sure that you can take that down now. I'm going to show this real quick. All right. So here's the message that went out. I just got Thelma. See, Thelma follows directions. You did it, Thelma. I just got it. That's too funny. All right. Here we go. So what happened is this text went out. And it says, want to stay on my text list? Well, you had to click on the picture to kind of look at it because it's probably too small for most of it. But if you want to stay on my text list, make sure to type in one of these phrases or all of them, because tonight we only sent out a text to the people that had written anything down about anything digital. So if you just were like scrolling by Facebook, you may not have gotten the text. You're like, wait, I didn't get the text. That's because this is focused. We're focused on digital tonight. Anybody's invited. I just don't want to send you a text on something you're not interested in if possible. So you're trying to condense it and just send it to the people who are really super interested. Out of 1,000 people, I don't want to send out 1,000 texts if there's only 100 people that, plus the texting company, they charge for each text. So I want to make sure you didn't get anything about that text. Okay. So if you didn't, maybe you're not on my text list. So if you want to be on my text list, and you want to have to be a part of any of these, if you'll go ahead and Jen, if you can just put up downloads, the digital downloads one. If you type in downloads, then if you're interested in knowing when I create new digital stamps, or you like to buy digital art from me on Etsy or whatever, then we would send you a text that said, hey, all of my digital downloads are 20% off this week or whatever. You will be a part of that group. If you want nothing to do with digital downloads, don't type that. Right? You think you put it all. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going in and manually like making sure of which text thing you wrote down. The computer does that. So the computer is like, okay, she wrote down Devos and Doodles, or just Devos works too. But if you put Devos with a heart emoji attached to it, it can't read that. If you didn't put a space, it can't read that. It has to have the exact Devos. If Devos was auto-corrected and then said Diva, D-I-V-A, you wouldn't be on the list. So just make sure you put the right thing down. I'm so glad y'all are here tonight. This is a little fun, impromptu live, and I'm so excited. So anyway, you got that. Now, let me show you what's kind of cool about whenever you are, Thelma, I hope you don't mind me using you as an example, but here are the texts that I've sent Thelma, because she's on my list. And so if she was ever like, oh, what's that class she did? She can go back to the text and be like, there it is. It's kind of fun because you've kind of got a library here of all my classes that since she's been a part of Devos and Doodles. And so same with you on your text feed. But I think that's pretty fun to have that, the ability to go back and watch anything that you missed, or if you couldn't watch it live. So pretty cool. However, what happens is if you ever send me a personal text, let's say she asked me a question, the question may have gotten stuck up above here and I didn't see it. And I went on and then this text came in. And so I never saw it. So if I don't reply to you, don't feel bad asking another question if I miss something. Anyway, so Linda's here. Girl, I wonder what time it is right now for you. It's in the daytime. It's early, right? Is it early for you? Anyway, so glad you're here. Would love for you to be a part of my community of whatever you want to learn. You think you should just learn it all with me, but I teach hand lettering. That's where it all started. And I do digital design too. And so I have had so much fun creating these Mother's Day cards. I was like, I want to show people how easy it is. A lot of you may be in my Shine Bright lettering tribe, so you already have a taste. I've already shown them some things that we've done. I've done with the digital stamps and all. They get digital stamps in their they get I'm sorry, I got distracted again. Okay, Dina, I wanted to make sure go to my number and make sure you've put yourself in before, and then and text me. Go ahead and text me whatever word you want, because maybe you're not in the system yet. I don't know. Okay, you only typed one of those phrases in. I need to change my reply. Okay, good. I'm glad I brought this up because I want to make sure. Now, if you're watching right now, you could be watching from any of the following places because I'm going live on my main page, Create with Christy. And if you are interested in digital or know someone that does, you can forward this to them. That would be awesome. And then the second thing is, I know, Aileen, I'm so excited. I love card making. I've made cards forever, and I used to actual stamping. Well, then I got so many stamps, and it just becomes a problem. Where do you put them all? And then you want new designs all the time. Digital is the way to go. I mean, let me show y'all where I'm storing all of my stamps. And what do I mean by stamps? Some of you may not know what I mean. This is a stamp. This lady right here. This mom is one stamp. You don't draw the whole thing. I mean, originally I drew it, but then I made it to a stamp. So you just click and there it is. She's a stamp. This is a stamp. This is a stamp. This is a stamp. These are all stamps, right? So if you want to be notified of everything, how would we enter that again? Good question. So everything I have is right here. The categories would be Devos. So if you'll put this number right here, you can actually type all of these in one, as long as they're all the words are on there. I'm not sure how we would separate some of these, but just in case, if you know that you're interested in any of these things, Devos and Doodles, hand lettering, iPad art, and digital downloads. But again, we may just send it to digital downloads people. That's it. That's one that if you're interested in knowing when I create new things for sale on Etsy. iPad, that I'm not sure how we would use that exactly. Hand lettering, most of my audience, but not everybody. And then Devos and Doodles. Devos and Doodles is like the big thing I have every week. Every Monday I send something out. And so you just say Devos. So hopefully that was helpful. Yay. Now, if you just replied, hey, I'm in your tribe, that's great. But that doesn't mean you get a text about that. Because I don't have it separated like that, because people, if they leave the membership, we would have to keep up with that. So we haven't done that. Okay, here we go. This is my iPad. Now, if you're brand new, you can take that off. I want to know who is here that has no idea what I'm talking about, doesn't even have an iPad, or has one but didn't know how to use it, or has never used Procreate, or just all the things. Where are you in this? Actually, everybody's here. Just tell me what your interest is. Like, I'm just here because I just want to watch. I have nothing else to do, and I just want to hear what you have to say, or I want to know how to make cards, or I want to see your new stamps, or I just love being part of the community, or whatever it is. Tell me what drew you to pop on here tonight. Or were you just scrolling by? I would love to see. I'd love to know. I want to know everything. Of course, Jackie. Jackie's in it for everything, man. Happy Mother's Day. Jackie, you treat your kids right, obviously, with those gifts I saw today on Facebook. I was like, ooh, were those chocolate covered strawberries? I was trying to see. I saw some pictures. Okay. So Maria, I have no idea. I have no iPad. I just came across your live. I'm so glad you're interested. It's so fun. I'm sorry. You want to learn how to make cards? Janet says, perfect. Want to learn Procreate with the pen and learn everything. It's so much fun. I'm telling you, I've never printed digital stuff. Good. I'm glad you're here, because it's a little intimidating at first, I have to say. And you do mess up a little bit of paper, and you have to put it in the right way and all the things, right? Oh, chocolate covered strawberries. Ooh, it was a lot of them. And I wish you lived a little bit closer, just a little bit closer. These are all cards that I made in an envelope. Okay. And I used Procreate. Today, this is the one I made for my mom. This is, some of you have seen this stamp. You'll start seeing her a lot more in a lot of my other sassy ladies because I'm putting them on everything because they're so much fun. But in fact, I did a video today. I don't know if you saw it, but I used this sassy lady, the stamp. She has a different face, and I erased that face because I didn't want her to look sassy. The original lady was like, has an eye roll. Well, I wanted my mom to be happy. So, and then the mom is a stamp. I make the insides of the cards blank because it's a pain when you print them. You can print them, but it's a pain to get everything straightened out and all. And it just wasn't worth it. And then I love making the back of the card pretty. And this was just literally stamp, 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 stamp. So easy. Okay. This one's going to be from my grandma. Another sassy lady. This is the same stamp, the Happy Mother's Day, as this one. So you can see how you can get two totally different looks. Now, let's back up a minute. I am showing you how I made Mother's Day cards, but don't think, okay, I don't need to be here because I don't have a reason for a Mother's Day card, or I've already got my Mother's Day card. That's not why you're here. Hopefully you're here to see how the process is, because you can make anything. You can do any design. This background stamp here, that comes with the Procreate program. And these are some that are available for purchase. And then this comes with this set. But you don't have to like this Mother's Day set I have for sale, but like the things that are in it, this is not in it, those hair, but this one is. Like you could use any of these for any time. It wouldn't have to be Mother's Day, right? So some of them are specific. So, all right. So there's these cards, and then this is an envelope I made. This is really fun. And this is actually its own Etsy listing. So these are the two things that come with that set. What kind of paper? Good question. You're perfect. So I use cardstock. This is actually just printer paper that I had for the envelope, and this is cardstock. And I have I'm going to be gathering up more information for y'all, and I'm going to give you like a list of the actual paper I use. I have it in my Amazon store, but I'm also researching more papers because I want to give you the best options. I want to research it a little bit more. So give me a little bit of time to come up with the best. But this is 65-pound cardstock. And this one is a little bit thinner. I don't like it as much. So that's why I want to be real sure before I give you like my favorite list of stuff. So anyway, these are super fun. So, and I'll show you at the end if you want to know how to get well, there's just so many things I want to show you. Okay, let's just start. All right. So let me get my camera a little bit. What brush did I use for the orange card? I think it's called Retro. I don't remember where it is. If somebody's using your iPad, can you look for that retro background and see what section it's in? Let's see. Here's the card right here. So what I did is I made a 4 1/4 by 5.5 card front. Okay, so that's the size that I created my card. All right. So if you're new to Procreate, what you do is you just hit the plus sign here, and then you go in inches. Thank you. Did y'all neither one like them?
Those are like you try hers, and then you can add.
You didn't like it?
It's that sparkly water
stuff. That tastes like a black Coke. Did y'all get a cookie or anything?
Yeah.
It wasn't good? You don't like it?
You can have it if you want, if you like it.
Do you not? You're not gonna? I like it.
Okay. I don't like the sparkly water.
Sorry for the interruption, but my family just went out and they went and got a drink, and anyway, so this one's good. I like this one. This is, do y'all have a sippin'? The first one I didn't like, but this one's good. It is a sparkling water, coconut, mixed berry puree, and strawberries. So they brought me a little sample there. Okay, sorry for that. That's my husband. Y'all should have seen him. He was so cute. He's been cooking all day today to get ready for our Mother's Day. These lights are bugging me. I'm gonna turn my screen like this so we don't have that distraction again. That's better, I think. But I feel like, okay, I feel like that might be better. Oh, I know. I'm at the wrong camera. The better. There we go. That's what I meant to do. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Whoops, wrong way. Anyway, okay. He's cooking for Mother's Day, so he's been on the smoker all day. Inches 4.25 by 5.5. Okay, that's just the size of a card front, and this is a standard, typical card front. So I'm going to create that. Okay, and you can turn it whatever way you want to turn it. So this one I turned this way. I'm sorry, I can't get situated. All right. So did y'all find that stamp? You didn't see retro. Okay, no, you probably, it's probably. So I'm looking for the background they were asking about. I have no idea where I found it. I was like, oh, that's cool. Check that out. And it may not have been called retro, but in my mind it was. Oh, it was under, okay. Yeah, retro vintage, vintage. Can't you read my mind? Same thing. So there it is, under vintage. And then fever. Oh, I guess it's like disco fever or something. I don't know. So I just picked orange for this one. And I just started doing this. And it's that easy. So far, if you have never played on with Procreate, you can see, like, literally it's that easy. Oh, you know what I did? I'm watching this and I'm trying to see what it's doing. I think it's overlapping. Okay, so I'm going to back up. I think what I did originally is I made my background color orange. Okay, like that. And then I went over it with a lighter orange for the disco fever or the fever. And I just went down, must have been lighter. I just kind of went down like this, back and forth like that. Like that. And I actually did it at the very end. So, but so now I'm going to show you, I mean, y'all, making a card with stamps is like so easy and fast. I'm like, I could be on here for 5 minutes and we could probably make 3 cards. It's that fast. It's that fun. But when you're teaching, it slows things down a lot. But okay, so though that's a stamp that came with it. Hi, Shirley. Yes, Linda. I know, so fun. Okay, so that's a stamp that comes with Procreate. And if you don't know what Procreate is, it's an app that you can purchase for your iPad. It's only for iOS. It's $12.99, a one-time fee. There's programs like this that charge $20 a month, y'all. This is incredible. It's a pixel-based program, so it does not do vector, if that means anything to you. But it is not the same as Photoshop. People ask, which one's better? They're not the same. You can't compare them because they do 2 different things. I love Procreate. It's so much fun to, there's just so much you can do with it. And I'm learning every day how much more I can do with it. Okay, so to show you this Mother's Day set I have, and if you're interested in this, I do have it available in my Etsy shop. I just put it in there today. Jenny, will you put the link for that? Did you get the email? So if any of the stamps that I'm selling, Jenny will put the link for that and you can go back. But this is called Mother's Day stamps. Oh, the app is called Procreate. Weird name, Procreate, all one word. And it's a black square. And it has like a little rainbow swirl in it. Okay, so happy Mother's Day. I'm going to click that stamp. Now, if I stamped it right now, it's going to show up as orange, so it's not going to look good, right? Let me show you. Tap, it's orange. So I'm going to take that back. And I want this to be, I picked pink for this card. So I'm just going to go to the pink area and play around with colors, pinky purple. And then I also want to make a new layer. Every time I add a stamp, you want to make a new layer so you can move it around. Thank you, Jenny. So you can move it around. So I'm just going to tap that and see how it went over to the side. I want to move it over because when you stamp, it doesn't always go exactly where you want it. So that's why you want it on its own layer, because otherwise I'd be moving the background as I move that too. So I'm going to click the arrow and I'm going to center that. Just kind of move it around until I like where it looks. Now, also another thing is it actually stamped the right size, which never happens. So let me back up. It's because I was playing with that size earlier. So what may happen is whenever you get it, you may tap and it's that small and you're like, oh no, I want it bigger. And then if you start making it bigger, sometimes it gets blurrier. Okay, the trick to that is play with your brush size before you put it on here, over here on the side here, okay? So you want to make sure that it's, you stamp it as big as you want it, or big as you can, like that, okay? Hope that makes sense. You'll learn as you go, because I'm still learning. So I got that kind of where I want it, and then I'm going to add, and this is cute just the way it is. You do not have to change a thing. But of course, I love playing with as many things as I can. We all want to collect all the things, right? And I have never bought stamps before. And so a lot of you have been telling me, why don't you make stamps? If you make stamps, we'll buy them. I'm like, really? Really? And now I'm kind of obsessed because it's so fun. Okay, so now I'm going to my Sassy Ladies. Now, if you have seen the Sassy Ladies, and if you're in my tribe, you got one of these Sassy Ladies last week, I think. So you got Paisley. That's Paisley. Okay, so I'll just show you what I did to show you how versatile they are. So I'm going to pick Peggy, which, yes, is a true friend named Peggy. And her eyes are rolling. And yes, that's on purpose. She shouldn't roll her eyes at me so much. And see what happened when I stamped it? It just filled the whole page. So that, again, that's when you play around with this little sidebar. And then you put it where you want it to go. And I want it a little bit bigger. That's too big. That's too small. I'm sorry. I'm kind of picky how I want to do this. That's perfect. I'm going to move Happy Mother's Day down. Oh, I just did what I told y'all not to do. Don't put them on the same layer. Don't put them on the same layer. Okay, back up. New layer. You got to get used to putting them. There we go. Okay, now I can move down Happy Mother's Day a little bit. I like stuff as big as it can get, you know. And I put her over to the side just a little bit because I felt like with that little H, I could make it a little off balance. Okay. All right. Now that she's there, okay. I know you're thinking a Mother's Day card with someone rolling their eyes. Now, if I were giving this to Peggy, I might keep it because it's hilarious. Because I've played so many jokes on her that she just rolls her eyes at me. So that's why I drew that. I love it. I love it. But let's say you don't want that. You're like, I don't want my card to have that. So make sure you're on the right layer, erase her eyes. You can keep the other stuff. I would probably change her smile, but everything else is good. And you could just go ahead and just draw your own eyes, right? So I'll show you how to do that. Make sure you just pick like a monoline brush, a monoline pen. Okay. And if you make a comma or a parentheses or whatever, and then you make a circle, you've got eyes. Okay. And if you did it with symmetry, they would be symmetrical. And then you could make a nice big smile and just change it out. So you cannot resize the Peggy one. You can. Good question, Mary. Yes, you can. Okay. But it's better to resize it. It's better to resize it here than to resize it on there, but you can. Yeah. Can you change the mom to a woman of color? Absolutely. She can be any color you want. You can. Do you want me to do that? Let's see. It's always hard to pick skin tones. Like I never know. So let's see. How about that? What color hair does she need to have? Do you go somewhere else to buy other stamps you get with Procreate? Do you go somewhere else to buy other stamps you get with Procreate? Okay, hang on. Let me think of how this might be. You might be asking this. Do you go somewhere else to buy other stamps you get with Procreate? Jenny, help me. Okay, can you reword that? Because I don't think I'm reading it right. You can purchase other stamps. Like my Etsy shop. If you want to buy any of my stamps, go to my Etsy shop and you can buy them there. And I also have a video that shows you how to upload them. That makes sense. Okay, so tell me what else. What color hair do you want her to have? Y'all tell me. Where to buy my stamps? Okay, there is a link. Jenny, can you put my link again just to make sure? Yeah, I think we can star my, let's star it. Okay, I start it. And at the very top of the page too, in the description, you can buy stamps there. Or you can buy other people's stamps on, let's see. Okay, black hair. I'm going to not do all black, but I'll do a dark. Okay. And now, what color shirt should we give her? I just had her match the letters on mine, and then I dropped the, look, we're just dropping color in. It's so fun. And that's the other thing that I love too about the girls is I made them to where you could, change out all the colors. And if we wanted to add, if you ever want to just add more details, I would just put like a little highlight in her eye. And then you can do some rosy cheeks if you want. I always think rosy cheeks are cute on everybody. So that's just me. Those are kind of, I'll be a little light tone there. Is that better? Okay. She's so cute. I just love her. But see how easy it is to change that up. And if you wanted the whole, well, there's like a million things you can do. Okay, now let's say you want to change up the wording. I did design the girls myself. Yes, thank you. I did. The girls, they evolved. At first they just changed into different things, and in fact, I designed them a couple years ago, and then I changed them. They were faceless. The faceless girls were really popular, but now I added expressions to them. So, okay, so let's go ahead and change some of the wording here. The color of the wording. So if you click on the stamp, Happy Mother's Day, okay? And y'all, to hand letter this, it took me a long time. And to get it like lined up and balanced and all that, it took a long time. But you don't have to do all that because I did it for you. And it's already in the stamp. Okay, now click Alpha Lock. Now you can color any part of the stamp, whatever you want, however you want to color it. So let's just say that I wanted to change the right here to a darker purple right here. I'm just coloring that area. All right. Just coloring that area. And you can do that with the whole word. Okay. You can also shadow. So let's duplicate. Okay. I'm going to duplicate Happy Mother's Day. And now I'm going to click on it and I have to take off the Alpha Lock. And I'm going to click on this and change it to black. And then I'm going to move this over. So it's shadowed. Do you like that? So I could design my own stamp of something I love too. Absolutely, Tracy. Tracy, are you in my tribe? If you're in my tribe, I taught how to make stamps a couple weeks ago, or maybe a month ago. I thought you were in my tribe. So if you're in my tribe, it's already in there. If you're not in my tribe, you need to get on my wait list for sure. Okay. Right here, I'm going to do Gaussian blur. And I teach all these techniques in my membership. It's closed right now, but you never know. I might surprise you and open it up one day just to people who are on the waiting list. Okay, and I'm just changing the opacity. So I want you to see the shadow, but not be like super crazy. So let's see if we can tell the difference. I'm going to take the shadow off, put it back on. Okay. You like it with the shadow off or on? You need to get in the tribe, Linda. You sure do. We'll put the link down here for the tribe so you can get on the wait list for that. And then, okay, you're in the hand lettering, but not the iPad one. Okay. So if you're interested in the iPad one, the Shine Bright one, and you want to add that to your membership to the Be the Light, we do have a discount for that. And all you have to do is email my support and she'll give you the link for that. It's support@craftwithchristy.com. Jenny, there's a button for that. Okay, I don't know if I like the whites of her eyes so white, and so I may just go, I just feel like they should be a little bit more subtle. So I'm going to change that a little bit. That's really not a big thing, but I don't know. We may not even like the whites. It's fun because you can play. You can go back and look, and then I'll do one more thing. I'm going to make some little highlights on here. Actually, I'm going to make those highlights and I'm going to do the eye again. And then I'm going to I'm going to blur them out so it's just not like just the bright. Okay, so to do that, I'm going to do the Gaussian blur, and I'm going to move that over. See how it softened? It softened so much that it kind of went away there, but this looks better. Okay, there it is. And so then all I do is I copy this whole, do y'all know how to do this? This is one of my favorite tricks too. And I haven't done it for so long because it's kind of a newer feature. So you can take this whole front here and copy the whole thing just like it is. Now it won't copy it in layers if you do it this way, but I don't need to change it because it's already the way I want it. So I'm just going to copy. Oops, I'm going to go, you have to go to add, add. Okay. You have to go to add under actions and you copy the canvas, the whole thing. And now I'm taking it over to my card front. Okay. You can see these are the cards that I've designed lately. Okay. And so I'm just going to duplicate this so I'll have the size, but actually I'll make a new one. This is 8.5 by 5.5. Okay. Thank you, Jenny. Jenny put the link for my wait list if you want to get on it to learn more about this kind of stuff. So I'm not going to duplicate it because I want to show you 8.5 by 5.5. So I'm going to hit the plus sign up here. I'm going to add a new canvas. I want it to be inches. If you are doing this along with me, I know I'm going kind of fast. You can always watch the replay to go and make sure you're getting all the buttons and stuff. But what I want to tell you is if my iPad is turned this direction, I recommend you turn it the direction that I'm working on it in because everything looks different. So if your iPad is turned this way, then you might be looking for the buttons, not knowing where they are because it's just going a different way. It just, trust me, I've learned from experience. Okay. Inches. 5. I don't remember what I said. 8.5 by 5.5. Let me go back. Okay. 8.5 by 5.5. Now, if you are watching and you're like, I don't know the first thing about what all I need to create on the iPad, I do have a printable that I'm giving out to people that tells you everything you need. It's what iPads you can use, what kind of pencil you need, because there's 2 different styles of pencil and you have to have the right one for your iPad. And not all iPads work with Procreate, but most of them do, but the older ones don't. But this list tells you, hang on, I have it right here. Okay, so if you don't have this and you're interested in this, we need to get this to you because this has all the stuff. Here's what you need to start creating on the iPad. Okay, so if you'll just send an email, I need the make art and hand letter on the iPad. Take a screenshot of this. I need the packet. I need the packet on what I need to create on the iPad. How about that? You try to make your own paper size, and everything I put on it was very digital looking. Pixelated like it. Okay. So emails that to support. You need the packet. Okay, Mary. Yeah, email support. But you need that packet. And hi, Michelle. Welcome. Okay, so remember what I did? I copied that. Well, I still haven't pasted it. So I'm going to take 3 fingers. And this is just the way my iPad's set up. I didn't do anything special to it, but I'm going to swipe down. Now, it may take you a few times to like get that motion down, but all 3 fingers have to swipe. Okay, and now paste. And there it is. Okay, now I'm making a card, and you have to think about how this card's going to print. If I put this on this side of the card, what's going to happen? It's going to print on the wrong side, right? Okay, so I want this to print over here, just like that. And now I'm going to go ahead and do stuff to the back because I think it's really fun to decorate the back too. So let's make a background color. And if we just do what I did here, I'm just going to go down and I didn't do hardly any yellow on that, but I did do, no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that. You could design her over here too. Kiwi's back. Woohoo. Okay, pixelated. That's the problem with Procreate. If you ever have a problem, that's would be what it is. And that's because you have to know what size to design things in, and you have to be careful not to blow things up because it will get pixelated looking. So there's lots of tricks like to process through that. All right, so now I'm going to make a new layer. My sassy girls, aren't they? Sassy ladies. They're so fun. I love them. I can't get enough of them. I can't. All right, so now I'm going to go to that Mother's Day set that I was using. And everything else is the Mother's Day, okay? So I have this flourish that I used here. And I have these these hearts and these flowers. So I'm going to click on the flower and I'm going to pick what color I want. I'm going to do the pink just because that's safe, because that's what we've been using, right? And I want to make sure I'm on a fresh layer. And then I'm just going to make a few flowers. I'm going to stamp a few flowers. I'll show you how to print it in just a sec. Yes, I'll talk about that for sure. Now, I'm going to make a new layer. Actually, I'm going to duplicate this layer. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want more of these flowers, but I want them to go the other direction. Okay, so, and I'm just going to rotate them so they look a little bit different. So see how now I have some with the flowers turned the other way. And you can make it smaller, bigger, whatever. Okay. And then you want some kind of going off the page, but I don't want them to look exactly like the other ones, right? Does that make sense? Okay, now I'm going to go to another stamp. How about the little, those things? And I'm going to use this purple and random hearts. And if this goes over to the front, then you're just going to want to pull this down behind your card. Right there. Like that. Okay, and then I'm going to do one more stamp. I'll do the flourish one. And I just randomly picked stamps, like I said, that came with the stamp set. I was like, I just want to use and show that you can do so many things with those things. Okay, new layer. Got it. And I'm going to change the color. We'll just do tie in the black. Yes. Yeah, I design the flowers and save them to use the different things you do. Yep. I do. Okay, so now that one I want to move. Oops. And I could make it smaller if I wanted to, or just like rotate it. And then I'm going to duplicate that layer. Make it kind of go off the page there. Duplicate again. And just keep playing with the placement of it wherever I want it to go. Till it feels balanced. And so it's not going to be perfect now that because I'm paying more attention to trying to pay more attention to y'all than I am what I'm doing. So the design, it might need a little bit of help, but the main thing that I love to do to finish this off would be to add a layer and use another stamp that I made. And it is under signature stamps, and gonna put my little logo here. Now, is that on its own layer? Now that I can have that, I can move this over. And then so it could be made with love or whatever. So that's maybe some other stamps that I'm going to design that says made with love or whatever. Okay, so at this point, now I'm going to print it out. So do you print directly to your printer? Yes. Okay, now my printer, I want you to look at the difference. They don't look like exactly alike, right? For a couple reasons. My printer is not like the best printer. I mean, it's an inexpensive Walmart printer, right? So you just have to know, like, it may not be the perfect situation, but you can also send it off somewhere. So what you're going to do now is say, I'm done. I'm ready to send it. I'm going to click on the wrench and click share. And now you decide how you want to share. Now, a JPEG is fine. A PDF is fine. Both of those are great. So But what I've noticed is if I hit JPEG, it doesn't always create it in the right size. This is what I'm looking for, it to print like this, because this is the standard card size. Is it an A7? Does anybody know? I forgot. Or an A2? I don't remember. But, you know, cards and envelopes come in certain sizes. So like this does not fit that. So you've got to have the right envelope that fits the right thing if you already have your envelopes, or you can print your own out, whatever. So this is a traditional standard size envelope. Okay. And I like to have envelopes at home so I can just write something cute on it and be done with it, right? I don't have to make my own envelope, although I had a blast making this one because it's so fun. Okay. So it needs to print the right size or it's not going to fit your envelope. So whenever I hit PDF, wait, no. Sorry. Well, I'll go ahead and do that. So I hit PDF. And then I'm going to hit print. And then see how it came up to the full, it filled up the whole screen. So whatever's there is what's gonna print. I don't want it to print on the whole page. So I'm just gonna wait for a second, and there it did it. It finally did what it was supposed to do. And you can see it looks like this. It's gonna print like this. Now, at this point is when you want to put the right paper in your printer. So let me show you. I'm not gonna take the camera with me, but I'm gonna I'm gonna show you the best I can. I'm just taking a piece of cardstock, okay, and I'm going to put it in the printer, and I'll show you the cardstock. I don't even know if the packaging says anything, but I'm sticking it in my printer. I don't have to worry about which position yet. Oh, I don't have the. Wait, I do have it. Okay. One moment. Sorry. Okay. It doesn't matter which side my paper goes on because it only has, it's the same on both sides, and I'm not printing on both sides. So now I'm going to hit print. It's going to print. While it's printing, I'm going to show you what I'm using. This one is 65 pound Nina white, bright white. Now I didn't show you when I was doing the printing, but I have a wireless printer, so I don't have to hook anything up to anything else. But anyway, we can get you the link for this if anybody's interested. But it's just nice and thick cardstock. Now, let me see. It might be that one. Okay, just printed. So here's the card we just made. It printed out quick, didn't it? It was really fast. You can see the colors aren't exactly, but I still love it. It's just a muted look. I mean, it's not a laser printer. It's just a desk jet printer. I did not merge down. I didn't do anything. Here's all my layers. I didn't do anything different. So what's kind of cool is if we wanted to, we could take off our Mother's Day, and now we've got a card ready to prepare for another time. Okay, so now I would take this to the paper trimmer. Let me get my paper trimmer. Sorry. I didn't know I was going to show you how to print it, but I would want someone to show me. Yeah, I definitely want somebody to show me. So let's do it together. Okay. This is one that I screwed up on. It printed the whole thing, and then it. So you have to do a lot of mistakes before it gets better. Trust me, it'll get better. It's worth it in the end. And I have a paper trimmer because I know how hard it is to cut straight. And all I do is just trim off the sides. A4, is that the traditional size? 5 1/4 by 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. If that is, then it's A4. I'll find out, and I'll put it on my. Here's what I want to do. I want to make a template to put in my Etsy shop. So when people want to learn how to do card making, they'll have a template, and it'll say what size it is and what size of envelopes to buy and stuff too. I think that would be helpful. Let me turn on my light here. Just one second. Does anybody know if it's an A4? I'll have to look it up. Okay, there we go. Now, here she is. I'm just going to fold her over like that. And then I need a bone folder. I used to be a card maker, and I had my bone folder. It made a nice crease. That's it. And then if you are a hand letterer, you can make it cute. You can write a name on an envelope or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and look how cute they are. Y'all, look how cute they are. And that was easy, wasn't it? That was easy. So here's what I want to do. For anybody watching tonight, anybody watching live, I know it's kind of last minute, but I have this mom stamp that I want to give to you for free so you can try it out. All right. How am I going to get that to you? Okay, so I want you to text me. You're me too, Tracy, for 8 years. I was a stamp demonstrator 8 years. That's why you probably are so like as excited as I am, right? 44 by 6. No, that's not right. Then Aileen, the A4. It's not that. It's not that. Y'all, I'm getting a lot of different measurements there for those envelopes. Let me see if I can find that information. But okay, so what I want you to do is if you would like my free stamp, it's only for people who are watching live because happy Mother's Day. I'm glad you're here and all that. I want you to text if you can, because I know there's a couple of you that probably can't text me depending on where you live in the world. I want you to text me now. Can you put the number up? And I want you to type the word mom. And that means you want me to send you the stamp. Okay, wait, back up. I want you to put mom and your email address. I have to have your email address because I've got to send this by email because I don't think I can send it to your phone and you open it on your iPad. I'm not sure about that. No. Okay. So we'll do it that way. So since there's only 22 people on here, I can do that for 22 people if y'all are interested. So what I'm going to do is you're going to text that number and you're going to put in mom, or mom stamp, whatever. That'll remind me. Oh yeah, mom stamp, and then put in your email address. I will send you the stamp and I will send you the video on how to put the stamp on your iPad. Okay. I think I'm right on the sizes. Someone else can double check. Okay. Jackie said the A2 is a quarter fold sheet. Yes, that's it. Yes. Thank you. Wow. You solved that quickly. The A2 is a quarter sheet. If I would have known the word quarter sheet to use, yes, this is a quarter. These are all a quarter sheet. So if all these put together would be 1 8.5 by 11. Now, I can show you how to do one more card if y'all want me to. Thank you, Jenny. She put it on the screen. Text mom to 903-287-9176 and include your email address. Thank you. Happy Mother's Day. Does anybody else want me to show you a couple? Oh, hi, Carmi. I'm so glad that you're here. And if you're not seeing the links to stuff, it could be because it's you might be in a private group that's not showing it. Okay, so anybody wants to stay on to, and I will I don't know what time it is. And I know it might be a little late for the mom stamp, but it'd be fun for you to play with. You may not can use it this year, but that's why I'm only going to do it for the people who are live. All right. Let's see. And did y'all get this? I sent this to all my email list. My email list got this, and it's a good tracer. So for you to just trace and get ideas. So this is actually the stamp set as well, but you got the tracer. So those of you who are like, I don't want to draw all that stuff. I just want the stamp. Then you can go to Etsy and get the stamp set. Can you? Oh, let me show you how to do the mom. Yes, you can do that. You can do mom for lots of times. What was I thinking? Okay, well, let's just create our own. Let's create our own. I'm just going to duplicate this one because it's the right size, right? Let's see. I'm going to take off our lady and our greeting and our background. Okay. And y'all just help me create this. We're going to do happy birthday mom card. Okay. Because you're going to get the mom stamp and I want to show you how to use it. So what we'll do is we'll start with a white background because I'm not sure what direction I want to go in yet. And we can do the card either way. Okay. Oh, Muriel. Oh, yes. We're having fun making stamps. Okay. Maybe I need to send the mom stamp free to anybody from now until the end of Mother's Day, anybody who watches this. So the only people that'll know about it is if they watched it, right? Because it's at the end of our segment here. So if you just popped on, I'm sending them a free mom stamp out so y'all can try it. Okay, so let's look for the stamp you're going to get. And it's this one. Okay. And oopsie, you gotta make a new layer. And that's what it looks like. Okay. It's fun and kind of quirky, and you can play with it however. Okay, we're gonna do Happy Birthday, Mom. Now, you could hand letter Happy Birthday, but I actually have another stamp set with all kinds of card greetings on it that I've been making. So I'm going to cheat real quick and do that. Use that if it fits on here, if it looks okay. Remember what I told you earlier? Let's add a layer because we don't know how big this stamp is going to be. That's not very big. Let's make it bigger. That looks too big. I think I'm going to like it going this way better. I can already tell. So I'm going to turn mom around. There we go. And then make a new layer. And then we'll do the Happy Birthday stamp. Ooh, I'm liking it. Sitting at the airport. Hi, Terry. Oh, Terry, I didn't get to see if you saw any dolphins, but I saw that you were on a dolphin cruise, and that looked like so much fun. You could even erase that little flower, and you could put like one of the mom doodle girls, one of the doodle girls there. And you could do so many things. Happy birthday, Mom. Look, y'all. I spent all that time getting my happy birthday perfected, but you don't have to. So that's also in the Etsy shop. If you're interested in I made a set with all these greetings because I was like, okay, if I were going to make a card, what all would I want to use on the card? So you made my day. Yippee. Your friendship means the world to me. You have been missed. You did it. Welcome. We've moved. Thinking of you. Thanks for being authentic. The tassel was worth the hassle. I just used on a graduation card. Sending air hugs. One of my favorite sayings because all of you, I feel that way. I want to send all of you air hugs. So sorry for your loss. I used that on a card today as well. This is a card I made for someone who lost a family member. And so proud of you. Praying for you. Please forgive me. It's a boy. I appreciate your kindness. It's a girl. Oh no. Oh no, I forgot your birthday or whatever, Hello. Happy birthday. Happy anniversary. Good luck. And congrats. So all of those are in that stamp set, which is phenomenal. I am excited because I don't have to I love hand lettering, don't get me wrong, but I also like doing things very quickly. So once I did them once and have them ready, I'm good to go. All right, so here we go. Let's go to our mom's layer and let's just start dropping color in, whatever colors we want to use. I'm just going to go to palettes and see what we got here. Nothing's speaking to me yet. I already kind of used those colors, didn't I? I'm not a pastel person. It's so hard to use pastels. We'll do this one here. Okay, this color palette, I'll pick colors from it. Okay, so it's down here. So the yellow, I'm going to pick right here for that. And I'm going to continue filling it in. I'm going to pick another color on here. Look how fast. There's a green too. And I like that blue color. And then let's do this purple. Sometimes you have to zoom in. I'm going to have to make some color palettes, aren't I? I know, right? I pick my own and I make my own. And I show in my tribe actually how to do that because you can make your own. It's so fun. But yeah, this is one I made with something I had. Who knows what? Let's see about that in there. No, don't want that. I'm going to do a lighter pink. So I'm going away from my color palette. I'm trying something else. I don't like, it's not bright enough. So I'm going to go up here a little bit. I think that's going to do it. That's better. Okay. And I'm going to tie that pink in over here as well. Oops. If you tap on the line, it's going to outline the whole thing. So go back and just know it happens all the time to me. So, okay. And if you have any troubleshooting with any of this, doing this, just ask because I guarantee you if you're having a problem with it, I have to. That's just the way it is. That's how we learn. All right. Now we can change the back of the card. And really, it's super cute just like that. It really is. It's cute with a white background. It's so fast. Do you use a stamp for the inside of your cards? I don't do the inside right now because it frustrates me when I try to run it through the printer. If you're asking if I use a real stamp, I don't have any more. I got rid of all my real stamps, y'all. All of them. I sold every one of them, and I used to sell. I had hundreds. So the darker I get with the color of the background, I consider changing the color of Happy Birthday, and I like to see what it looks like in different colors. So I'll try it white and see what I think about that. One thing I didn't do that I really recommend, and I always tell my tribe members to do, is to duplicate whenever you have an outline, you draw something, or the stamp, even the stamp, I'm going to tell y'all to do that too, is I want you to always make a duplicate. And I should have done that because it was the right size, but I already started coloring it in. So what I'm going to do is see what happens when I go back to that mom stamp. Where are you, Mother's Day? And I'm going to see, am I going to be lucky? Is it going to be the right size? I'm going to add new layer. Okay. Okay, it's still the size that I had it on, so I'm going to be lucky. Wait. I thought I had a new layer, but I did not. Okay, make a new layer. Okay, now we go. Again. And now I'm just going to put that right on top of there. Oh, I did move it, though. It needed to be moved a little. And see if I like the white outline on top of it better. What do y'all think? Do you like the black or the white? And I could go on and on and on and keep adding details to this, but I also can keep it simple. And it was so fun, so easy, fast to do. And let's just go ahead and take it into I didn't get it exactly, and make it into a card. Okay, so I'm going to copy the whole thing. Remember how I copied the whole thing? You like the white? Okay, good. I'll keep it white. Huh. I wonder what that means. Kept slipping back to the S. Okay, go to add and copy the whole canvas. Remember the whole thing. And I'm going to take that to my card template. I'm just going to duplicate this to make it easier. I don't know if it's easier. It's probably not, but I'm going to make it to where it will be eventually. Okay, so what you can do, you can actually just go right on top of this so you'll know, like, so I'm going to do the 3-finger swipe, paste, and put this right here. Now, I need to move it over just a little bit, and luckily I can with no problem. And then I can, if I want to decorate the back of it. So how could you decorate the back of it using the mom stamp? I'm going to make a new layer and we'll fix up this back side because I think doing the back is really cute. So if you wanted to, you could just put little mom stamps back here. Oops. And make it like an overall print. It's good to like think about this like brick, how you layer brick. You put 2 and then 1 in between those 2 and 2 and then 1 if you ever drew bricks. And that's super subtle, but it'd still be so cute when she sees that it's, you know, customized for her or whoever. And then I have these hearts. I'm going to do the hearts and I'll just go ahead and pick that pink color and make a new layer and just see what that looks like because I love adding color on the back too. And then if this is like your iPad and you're making cards, you can already have a template for yourself and then already have your name here or whatever. If you're in my tribe, I showed how to make a signature stamp a few weeks ago in the Shine Bright tribe. So my iPad is not working for shadowing of the letters. It kept flipping back to the S. I'm not sure what the S means. Oh, this thing. Okay, I'll show that and we'll see. Let's see if I can help in any way. Okay, so let's just say I wanted to shadow mom. All right. Oh, I'd have to do that in the other. So I'm not going to do that since it's, I'll just show you. Well, I can go back to it. I'm trying to think. I'll just show. Hang on. Let me go get it and bring it over here. I'm doing something fancy. Let's pretend like this is earlier when I was making this, right? Okay. Let's pretend like this is what we're working with. Okay. And so you want to shadow that. I'm going to duplicate it. Okay. And then I'm going to click the bottom one. I'm going to click select and I'm going to change it black. So now I have one that's black underneath it. Okay. Hang on. This is, I don't know if it's going to work right since I put it on top of that, but okay. Now I'm clicking on that layer. And then where this is this where you had problems? And then you're just going to move it over for it to be a shadow. It looks good, doesn't it? And then I'm going to go to see that the S is still on. Did that help? Tell me if it helped. I'm going to hit Gaussian blur and I'm going to slide it over and kind of blur that background out a little bit. And then I'm going to turn down the opacity a little bit. You don't have to do all these steps, but as you if you practice more, you'll like the look of it once you start playing. Yes, ma'am. There, it was flipping back to the dang yes. So I do like shadow too. It does make it pop. So did you figure out what happened, Mary? Did you get a solution? If not, our Zoom call this month is in a couple of weeks and you can show me what it's doing and I'd be happy to try to fix it. Anyway, so there it is, y'all. And you just print it out. And again, it comes out and it looks like this, except these colors. I'm going to cut this one out and show you real quick too. This is one that I made today with a new stamp set. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is not for sale yet, but I came up with a ton of crosses and I'm just now like doing samples I want to have samples. I want to practice with them before I try to sell them because I want to make sure that they work good and everything. And so this one I came up with several crosses because I thought to go with the sympathy sayings and also put praying for you on here. But we have a friend whose family member passed away and I was encouraged to make a card for that to send it. So I definitely want to do that. And that's it. It's that easy. And I like the cardstock. The only thing I am a little disappointed about, and I'll tell you that. Even her Band-Aid is decorated. I know. I used my Procreate and I printed these stickers on my printer. Just kidding. Just kidding. But I probably could. Oh, that's so funny. I love these Band-Aids. I saw them at Target online. No, I don't remember. Walmart, baby. And they're like designer. Like they're, I don't know. They're like some collection. And I was like, I have to have those, even though I don't really need Band-Aids. But I was kind of glad when I sliced my thumb yesterday. You believe me about the Band-Aid? I know. I figured Jenny would believe me if anybody did. You're like, what? I could do Band-Aids? Hey, I bet we can. Okay, so here we have it. So sorry for your loss, praying for you. And then on the back, I have the crosses. Now, I don't know if y'all can see this, but this is driving me insane. You believe me too? But Mary, you might not know better, but Jenny, I say that stuff all the time, and she knows me. It's just like my friend Peggy with the eye roll. Okay, so see the lines in this? I did not put these lines in here. My printer is doing that, and it's driving me insane. And so it's a lot of practice again, like I was saying. But the thing about it is I've noticed when I print it as a PDF, it makes these lines. Well, if I try to print it as a JPEG, it doesn't make the lines, but it didn't do the right size. So I'm just so frustrated. She was kind of happy she sliced her thumb right. I know, so I can wear my Band-Aids. I'm like a little kid. No, but I was like, once I went in there to get a Band-Aid, I was like, oh yes, I just got those Band-Aids. You never know. You never know what's gonna make me excited. Too funny. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I'm going to print it. So let's pretend like I'm going to print this, or I can print it and show you. But you know what? That card that I just printed, I didn't see it have the lines, and I did a PDF for that one. I don't know if it's the colors. That one didn't have the, oh yes, it does. I see there's these tiny, tiny lines that I wouldn't care on this because it's real busy and you wouldn't notice. But okay. Share. I'm going to do JPEG to show you that the size, could not get the size to work earlier. Print, and this is the point where you put the right paper in. Okay, is that the right size? That looks right. Hold on. Let me put another piece of paper in. I have a different cardstock I'll try to show you. I think. Yeah. Oh, it's not as thick. I'm not going to like it as much. Apologize for being out of camera. With that. Okay, now we're just going to hit print. And if I put a bunch of, DPI, good question, Dina. That's really important. When y'all create your designs, it has to be at least a 300 DPI. And that's another thing, Mary, that when you're printing and you get the pixelation and stuff, you just have to make sure all these things are set up right. And so here's what I can do. I can go to my canvas right now and go to my canvas information and see, how did I set all this up? So go to dimensions. There's the layers, dimensions. Okay, I always set it up as at least a 300 DPI. Professional printing and all that, it has to be a 300. And then my printer. Oh, so there's a, okay, let me go back. So when I went to print, I don't have many options. So see how print quality, I want the best. And when I've changed some of these things, it didn't really do much either. This is not going to print right. See how it, look. This makes me so mad. This is what it did earlier, the one I showed you earlier. This one. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is a work in progress. I know how to tell you how to make a successful card that I made tonight as far as the size and everything. But as far as if you don't do it like I just showed you, you know, your printer's different. It's going to be different than mine. So you have to know going into any new project, it's a little bit trial and error, right? Do y'all ever feel that way? It's like, do you have the option to do CMYK? I kind of think so, but I've always been told to stick with what's on here, what I had. Let's make a new one and let's see what happens. These are all of our options here. So we're going to do inches again. I'm going to do 5.5 by 8.5. And if you think about that, that is, you can get, never mind, 300 DPI. Okay, let's go over here, color profile. This is where you can pick your CMYK. Now, do you think I need to try that? It might save it as a JPEG and take it into Canvas. And then, oh goodness, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I'd have to go to my printer. I'm telling you, I don't even know if my printer's worth. If I were selling cards, I would definitely spend more time on maybe getting a new printer or whatever. I might save it as JPEG and take it to Canva. Okay, Canva, and then print it. Okay, that's a good thought. Yeah, it's just another step that you're like, ah. But anyway, you can pick the CMYK, which I don't know enough to know if I would pick that. I don't know enough. So if someone has input on that, yeah, we'd love to hear it. Canvas properties. So, but it changed my size. Like the color, I didn't have a problem with the color this time, you know? Oh, that's because I didn't do the PDF. I'm not sure. I do like Canva too. I like Canva. But there's times for this and there's times for Canva. I use them together all the time. A lot of the stuff that y'all see, like my graphics and stuff, sometimes I mix them depending. So, all right, y'all, this is so fun. I had a blast. I hope you did too. I hope you're inspired. Oh, I want to show you one last thing for anybody who's still here that might want to know. When you go to my Etsy shop, oh, let me show you these. These aren't listed either. I never did get these finished, but they're little seeds envelopes that you can put a gift in. Aren't those fun? I'll list those on Etsy as a different theme eventually, but I'm just playing with them right now. Just have a lot of different ideas of things that you can do. But this one has a gift in it just to show you. Guess what it is? A bunch of stuff. Not a real gift. It just had some. I give those out with my orders sometimes. Okay. If you don't know and you want to shop my Etsy store, let me show you how to get there or what to do. Hold on. Let me get to, this is my seller page. That's not what I want. Sorry. Go to Etsy. And then I've changed the name recently. A lot of you have been with me and you know that it's my name of my shop is Sweet Pea Paisley. I think you can still get there with that name, but I just switched it yesterday to Create with Christy. I'm like, let's not confuse anybody. It makes sense because I'm still teaching and it's still showing you how to use that for there. So Create with Christy. How do you find, shop. There's the shop containing, and here it is right here. And Jenny gave you the link, so y'all should be able to go right to it. But if you look over here on the side, it's Procreate brushes. And here's all the sets I have right now. A lot of people bought this Doodle Your Pet set when I did that class. That was super fun. But the one, like here's the Mother's Day one I just showed you tonight. And here's all the stamps that it comes with and stuff. But once you make a purchase, it'll send you an email with a download. And then you will open up that file, and that file it gives you a link to how to put it in. It's not hard at all. It's just like the first time you do it, it's like, what happened to my stamps? Where'd they go? Okay. So hopefully that's helpful, but these are so fun, and you're going to start thinking of more and more things that you can do with these stamps. So yes. And I think right now, if you search my shop, I think it would still go to my shop as Sweet Pea Paisley. When I switched it, they said that no one else would be able to get the name or whatever. So I don't think you'd have a problem, but I thought eventually it's going to make it easier for everybody. So I think printing. Okay. Well, I'll try that. Thank you. I'll try that. Appreciate y'all's input. Y'all have a blessed evening. I really am excited that y'all had fun tonight, and I will see you soon. Okay, good. It linked to my current shop. Perfect. All right, y'all. Have a good one. Bye.